Lagos, the ever-busy city of more than 20 million residents, where 21% of the state is on wetlands. With housing and other critical infrastructure overstretched, the fate of the children who live at the bottom of the pyramid hangs in the balance. Tucked within the upscale Lekki Peninsula, the Slum is one of the many informal communities in Lagos metropolis.
It's not a big school actually, it's just small.
17-year-old Rebecca has lived here all her life, not defined by her environment. She's following up on her dreams to lead a better life.
I'm a science student, though, but I also have great passion for arts. Like I paint, I draw, I write poems. So basically, I aspire to be to study biochemistry in school. At the same time, do enough of my arts too, like paintings.
Rebecca takes us through the neighborhood, not a walk in the park, but a necessary step that captures everyday life of many of the residents here. In a country where urban population is growing at a rate where the economy is playing catch-up, informal settlements are springing up everywhere with bad living conditions, and that's the story of this major school in this neighborhood, where the students will have to make their way through this makeshift bridge to make it to their school every day. This school is a product of self-help and individual efforts in keeping many of the children in school.
Most of the children here are sponsored from people outside here. Presently, I can say that this school has produced more than 100 graduates from university. Some of our teachers that we train from these environments finish their university and still come back here and employ them.
This neighborhood, like many of its kind, can boast of many private schools targeting low-income earners, and just like their location, not much is promised. The government schools are expected to provide an option, and the Lagos State government says it's doing just that.
We have a zero tolerance for out-of-school children, an effort to bring back the pupils that are at the verge of discontinuing their education, because we noticed that during COVID that some children, because of the long layoff from schools, were not planning to come back. So it was a deliberate program and project that we set out to go look for each of those pupils and bring them back to schools to continue, in their educational pursuit.
Betty Abba, a child rights activist, faults the state government's approach in addressing issues concerning children living in the slum.
Most of the children, most of the time, do have some kind of access to education, especially the public schools. But the problem is sustainability, because many of these communities also, from time to time, fall under the hammer of what I would describe as the brutal eviction policies of Lagos State government. And many times, the educational dreams of these children are interrupted.
As Rebecca and children in other settlements continue to make efforts to keep their heads above the water, they are hoping that the socio-economic reality they face will be a thing of the past someday. Dari Ido, Channels Television News.